being human with you. No evil, you need to know evil to truth seek. Unbelief we must reconcile, see, hear and speak. No greater cause than to let the secret of love's light leak. Unpause no more, open the truth and cry out, see, hear and speak. No blind light to lose your way, no deaf ear to truth today. No voiceless heart, let me hear you say, see, hear, and speak. Hello there, and welcome to episode 7 of Being Human with You. I am smiling, fractionally laughing. It's sometimes when you begin a series and you think, wow, we're at episode 7 already. We've talked a lot about the past. There are 6 previous episodes. We've talked a lot about the present. This is the past as well, by the way. There are 6 Friday reflections on each of the 6 episodes. And we're about to talk about the future. Now, the message I share often, and those who are, you can say following if you like, subscribing, these are descriptions, terms, but I don't feel they explain exactly what it is that we're doing together. Connection, better, being human, very much so, together. And therefore, of course, you play a massive role in this. I am one individual sharing thoughts, and then I look to you, which is a growing number of individuals, sharing your thoughts on an idea, a discussion, a concept. Not really wanting to go down the road of debate doesn't mean I don't think it can be a useful thing. Certainly, as I've said many times, don't want to go down the road of division. Totally not. Yeah, that's done enough. So that's not what this platform is. This platform is, where do we come together as human beings? And we've had a couple of episodes talking about the past. We've had a couple of episodes talking about the present. And of course, it makes sense now to talk about the future. Within this YouTube channel as well, there is another series, which is past, present, and future. Journeys of myself back into places I've lived, 12 places in 12 months, and it's really ramping up. When we get into June, wow, that is which we're going to be, actually. When this is aired, it's June the 1st, isn't it? So Isle of Lewis, I lived there for a couple of years, married, so self, wife at the time, children. One of my children born on the Isle of Lewis. So it's a really massive journey in so many ways. Geographically, I live in Warrington, which is the northwest of the UK, and the Isle of Lewis is a long way from here. So when I lived down south, High Wycombe, check out that episode in the past, present and future series. It was a long way. It was a long way to travel. It was a long way to come back. But that's another story, and we'll talk about that when we get into June's episode of Past, Present and Future. There might be a new feature at the end of this podcast, so stay with us all the time, all the way to the end. Because when I was in TikTok live, literally a few hours ago at time of recording, in Morecambe, I was sat by a wishing well. And I started asking individuals, what are their wishes for now? What are their wishes for the future? Stay till the end, because I'm going to include a snippet of their comments. But where I want to begin with the future is this thought that was shared in the Friday reflections. Again, check back on that. Is at times like a rower like a rower. The rower is using the water, the density of the water, the resistance of the water to pull against, to make progress in the rowing, to move the boat. And I thought that's a great illustration for life, because of course we experience resistance all of the time. Experience could potentially be other people, circumstances, but things can change. Of course, circumstances can change, people can change. We can change our point of view towards something. So like the rower who uses the resistance, we can do the same. We can use that resistance to project forwards. So that's what I wanted to share as a message at the beginning of a couple of weeks, maybe longer, on the subject of the future. Asking you for comments, for thoughts. Why at times do we find the future a challenge? There's an element of trust around it, isn't there? Do you find that you can't fully trust the future because you don't know it? So you consider that I'm unsure, it's unknown. Therefore, there's a little bit of trepidation, possibly fear around the future. If that is the case, or has been the case for you, maybe in the past more so, how have you navigated? Like that rower, like a sailor. That came out in the Morecambe TikTok live as well. Ken introduced a wonderful thought there. Chris was there, Julie, Kimmy and Mishmash we'll hear from a little bit later as well, and others dropping in the comments. Do you notice a pattern? It's the same here. Think of that, the boat. I can't even think what they're called, but the team. There's the cox, isn't there, who's shouting, calling out the commands, the directions, encouragement, directing the team. And then there are, depending on how many there are rowing in that team, there are a number of people rowing. Go back perhaps to ships that used to be. There were people that were the rowers, and there would have been a vast number of them. If there's any ship experts out there, I have to be careful there. If there are any, what's the word I'm looking for? It's gone for a moment. There you go. There's a first. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, so therefore it's not the word I'm looking for. Let's stick with ship. If there are any experts, maybe you might be able to drop in the comments on how it was that they worked together. How many were there? Maybe perhaps that's a little bit of research for me to do as well. Marine, I think was the word I'm looking for. Nautical. That was the word. Nautical. Any nautical experts? But the fact is, everybody needs to be pulling together in the same direction with an equivalent effort. Otherwise, the boat, the ship, is going to turn. It's going to go off course. Now, if we apply that to what we're doing here, what I'm sharing in TikTok, wherever it might be, is a togetherness, a unity of humanity. We can have different views, different belief systems. Fine. I'm not looking to eradicate, to eliminate, to destroy anything. But I do want to promote what I don't feel is promoted enough: being human, humanity, bringing it down to our essence. Who are we? Human. So how do you find it? How have you found? Have you had experiences where the future has been, I can't think about it, let alone project into it? Now, of course, there can be a variety of reasons around that. As somebody who has faced an end of life and experienced knowing that if things wouldn't have worked out, my life could have ended. And even during that time, there were other challenges around that time, during, afterwards, that weren't related to the critical illness, but certainly added to the misdirection in a number of ways. And this is where I come to with this ongoing message. One of the successes in life is aligning, bringing together. We talked about that in Tug of Time last time for the present, like this conflict, this war between the past and the future, and we feel like we're being pulled backwards and forwards. Bringing all together in equal measure, that really for me is success. The past, the present, the future, on our terms. We are the captain of our ship. We are the captain of our heart. I think it was Doublé, a band in the 80s. Great song. Might have got the band name wrong. There you go. I went back to the past. We're now in the present always. What about projecting into the future? What are some challenges to the things we desire? There's a very, very open-ended thought and question. We no doubt have a few, still dreams, hopefully, still things that we hope for, imagine, desires. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. For many, many years, I actually thought this was part of a belief system I was part of. That's almost sinful. Even ambition outside of religion. Ambition is viewed in such a negative way often. It depends on how, to some degree it depends on what, but I don't see ambition in the same way. Desiring more, expanding, I think that's better. I would replace the word ambition with expansion. Because when you think of expansion, you are growing to a capacity that is beyond where you are currently. So therefore, generally, that involves more people. So when I think of me expanding, I'm not doing that on my own. In a way, I can't. I can expand my capacity to a degree, but I can expand it even more with others. Back to the rowers. If I'm going to project, propel, keep making momentum into the future, I need other people. So that's where you 100% come in, being human with you. So there's I'm asking a couple of questions. I'm talking about some things, but you might drop in the comments. This is another thought. Might not even be a thought I'm sharing. Great, great, because that's even more of an addition. So I'm just sharing that as a thought. There's no criticism towards you in that. It's just I understand that at times we get used to sometimes things being directed. I am giving some form of direction in the fact that I'm initiating an idea from experiences. I can't wait. In my secular employment, I'm a qualified coach and mentor. I deliver training. I love it when people bring in a thought. I think, fantastic. That you've just said, wow, that's amazing. So let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that. What do you think about the future? That's a parting simple question. What do you think about the future? There's no right, wrong answer to that, is there? And we're not looking for correct, so to speak. Feeling, experience, your life. What do you think of the future? For you, for others. If it is, I think we're doomed, then what can we do? What can we do now? What can we do now to make things better? What can we do? We're not talking about politicians. We're not talking about religious leaders. We're not talking about opinionated spokespeople in the mainstream media. We're talking about you and me. Everyday people living life. What do you think? What about the future? What do you think about it? What do you think about the challenges of rowing or equally the benefits of the challenges, the resistance, the difficulties, if you like. Not easy. I'm not saying it's just think this, everything will be okay. Not at all. But there are ways that we can propel using the resistance. So the challenges that we face in life. Going out with a hat trick musically. Songs fits really well after possibly a new feature. A couple of comments around the wishing well in Morecambe. So I'll let those speak for themselves. Then we're going to go straight into the penultimate track on the brand new album, OverSoul, The Reform. How to make your own society. It's a new version. It's on the album OverSoul, The Reform. Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube, Bandcamp. Even better, go to Bandcamp, download the album, encourage others to do the same. And we are then building the human reform, not the political party, nothing to do with that, but our reform. Then we will have Chronos. It's all about time. To conclude with Galaxy Starman. So let me think for a moment. That's the 8th track. Galaxy Starman, the 8th track. Chronos, the 3rd track. All from the current album, OverSoul, The Reform. Keep dropping in the comments. Subscribe, amazing. Like, but above all else, comment. This is Being Human with you. Until next time, Friday Reflections, keep being the amazing human being that you are. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye. Wishing well. I hope to carry on being happy and content. Mishmash, thank you. That's a beautiful desire. I hope to carry on being happy and content. What a lovely comment, genuinely. To carry on. There's a lot of gratitude in that. As well as desiring to project to the future, there's a lot of present in that. That's not just future, that's present. That's a great place to row from. There's a lot of strength there. Kimmy, I wish for good health and I wish that peace on earth. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Thank you, Kimmy. Exactly, yeah. So you're here, you're using here, Mishmash, and you're projecting into the future. Can you hear those drums? We've got a rhythm section. Kimmy, wishing good health is crucial. Crucial. Peace on earth, why not? Some people might say it's a pipe dream. But John Lennon didn't think that. I don't think he was by any means a fool at all.
How to make your own society. Connecting with a starman, he's conducting me right now. In a vision transfixed, in a room created bliss, spiraling, so inspiring, galaxy starman. You opened our eyes wide, galaxy starman. Long live, communication with the starman. He's protecting me right now. Sane admits he's sending me this gift. Oh yes, spiraling, so inspiring, my galaxy starman. Yes, you opened our eyes wide, galaxy starman. Long live, the galaxy starman.
Very quiet little cabin.
Yes, you opened our eyes wide, galaxy starman. Once a quiet little Capricorn boy, so shy.
Very quiet little Capricorn boy.
Communication with the starman. He's protecting me right now. Long live galaxy starman. Evolution, revolution, creation. Is it time? Follow the science. Time's reliance. Is it flat or is it round? Money trial, blind compliance. Is the research found? Follow the trail, systems rigged to fail. Time marches to its own sound. Time flows, hold it, don't waste it. Time We